On behalf of Career Development Services, welcome to Loyola Marymount University, and welcome to the Lion family. My name is Laura Wesley, and I am the Director of Student Employment, which is a part of Career Development Services. Career Development Services is actually comprised of 4 areas. The first is student employment, my area, and we help students get jobs both on and off campus that are paid. Then we have an internships area. We have an employer services area, which helps students get jobs for when they graduate. And then we have the career counseling team, and that team helps students figure out what they want to do when they graduate from LMU. So that's the big group that we are in Career Development Services. I believe I've been asked to talk to you today because typically when we meet with parents, which we do in June during orientation, they have a lot of questions about student employment. Student employment is typically the first contact that students have with Career Development Services. It's their first introduction to getting some experience in a profession and exploring their career path. So what I'm going to do is just cover a few things that I want you to think about before you meet us in June during orientation. The first thing is, the most common question I'm asked is about work study. So most of our students who work on campus have work study. We have one of the largest student employment programs in the country, with 3,500 students working on campus currently. That's really huge, especially when you take into consideration the size of LMU. And this is largely because working is a part of the LMU mission to educate the whole person. So the university as a whole really supports that opportunity for students. Now, unfortunately, we don't guarantee jobs for students. A lot of students want to work at LMU, but we do have a majority of students working on campus. So how do you find a job on campus? How do you find a job on campus, or a paid job off campus for that matter? The 2 most common ways that freshmen find a job on campus, a work-study job or a non-work study job on campus, are number 1, a job fair that we have during Welcome Weekend on that Saturday, and you will be invited to attend that, or more specifically, your child will be invited to attend that. There will be something available for you to do at the same time the job fair is going on. So we definitely encourage your child to attend the job fair. The other way is through Lion Jobs. Lion Jobs is our job posting system, and it's available through the intranet of LMU that we call MyLMU. And your child will actually be able to access Lion Jobs through MyLMU once they get their LMU username and password. The username and password for MyLMU is the username and password for Lion Jobs. So those are the 2 most common ways that freshmen are able to find a job on campus. Before a student can actually work on campus, you have to have applied for a work-study award if you're aiming to get a work-study job, and you do that as part of your FAFSA through financial aid, and you have to accept the award. So those are 2 things to think about before June as well. The final thing I'm going to leave you with is what we call an I-9. An I-9 is a work eligibility form that is a federal form. It's required by law for all employees to complete if they're working in the United States. All it does is verify that the employee is eligible to work in the United States. The complicated part of the form is that it must be completed in the presence of a Career Development Services staff member. And your child must bring documentation that proves he or she is able to work in the United States. So the critical piece is that documentation, because typically you're not going to want your son or daughter to keep sensitive documents on campus. So if you bring those documents with you in June, there'll be the opportunity for prospective LMU students to complete this I-9 form, and if they have a work-study award. So I ask you to keep that in mind. A list of acceptable I-9 documents will be available in a handout that you'll have in connection with this presentation today. I'll also have a flow chart available for you that will outline some of the things I've talked about today. Again, I'll have the opportunity to meet you in June during orientation. I look forward to that, and I thank you for your time.